We're making a delicious rack of lamb, I bet, right?
That's
or
right.
lamb chops. We're gonna cut that down to size, obviously, right?
Yes, today, Joe, in honor of the Brits, lamb is a traditional British fare. So we're doing beautiful lamb chops, grilled with a timbale, which is an Italian drum shape, filled with ratatouille, wild rice pilaf, and wrapped in grape leaves.
Great. Now, a lot of this stuff you can probably buy at a regular supermarket, right? Or you might even have in your own refrigerator.
Well, some of the international, you might find a good international market. Tops International is great for grape leaves and some of the spices. But other than that, rack of lamb is pretty well available. And we have wild rice pilaf mix that cooks up just from the box.
That's great. I also noticed some alcohol here. What's this?
This is extra dry vermouth for our ratatouille to give us extra flavor.
Oh, that's great. That's another interesting little aspect.
Oh, yeah, flavor building.
Now, from start to finish, is this a very complicated recipe, or is it going to take a while, or can you whip this up pretty quickly if you're busy at home?
Joe, lamb chops are pretty easy, straightforward. The problem is to cook them right. They need to be medium rare.
Okay.
If you overcook lamb, dried out, not good.
Okay. Now, for your students, what were you going to say?
Very tender cut of meat.
Okay. Now, for your students, do you teach them how to cook lamb immediately, or is that something you get into eventually, because it's a tough piece of meat to cook?
Well, at Niagara County Community College, we start with fundamentals of cooking and progress. They get saucier, how to make their sauces, and they get meat, fish, poultry, so we cover just about every aspect of cuisine.
All right, good stuff.
Yeah.
We're with Chef Chaz cooking up. We're going to start preparing this beautiful piece of lamb to get ready to go start cooking a little bit later. Back to you, Allie. That's right, guys, and everything already, all the materials we're cooking with, once we get us on camera here, they smell great, and we haven't done a thing yet. So we're cooking up some lamb chops today with Chef Chaz.
Right, and the first thing you want to do, Joe, is trim your lamb chops up, and these have been beautifully Frenched, what we call French. I've done this already, which means this fat cap extends here, and I have cut it here and scraped all of the fat and extra meat. This gives you those lollipops that we cut through that are so beautiful.
Right, they look beautiful when they're all
prized pieces of meat on a plate. So this is perfectly Frenched. I'm going to show you how to take off the silver skin here.
Okay.
Because this is inedible waste.
You just get under it there.
Just get under it. Try not to take off too much of this beautiful meat. I've done most of the other silver skin, but basically, we're going to take the rest of this off of here. It slides off like this. Take that off. We'll just cut this here.
Yep. Now, you want a little bit of fat on there for flavor, right?
Yeah,
or
fat is different. This silver skin.
That's silver skin, right?
That's tough. That's a bad mouthfeel.
Right, so you don't want any of that.
We take that off. So bottom line is we've got our lamb all beautiful and ready to go. We're going to season it with some kosher salt, first of all.
Beautiful.
And some freshly cracked pepper.
Okay. And a few other things. You got some mustard and some garlic?
Garlic. You want to go robust with lamb. It holds up to intense spices. Rosemary, fresh rosemary.
Okay, and Chef Chaz is going to finish up this kind of a quick rub down on this piece of lamb.
Mustard.
And then we're going to throw it in the pan pretty much right now. But when we get back, we're going to show you the progress of the lamb. We're also going to make some ratatouille, and I'm going to be getting my hands involved in that. We're going to stick this in here and send it back to you guys. Ooh, sizzling. All right, actually, we're in the kitchen right now before we check with Mike, and this is a good rainy day recipe, I would say. If you're at home and you got a rack of lamb, why not cook it up? It's been cooking here on this griddle-type pan right now with Chef Chaz, right?
Right. We're continuing with our rack of lamb and our ratatouille timbale. Doesn't that smell great?
Oh, even before you cooked it, it smelled great.
Right.
Here, so.
Garlic, rosemary, mustard, heavy, robust. Herbs hold up with a lamb that's got a slightly gamey taste. Joe, you're going to make our ratatouille, so I'm going to ask you to hit this with some olive oil, extra virgin olive oil.
I want to get that pan nice and hot. If you can,
and you can add all of these from the top. We're going to start with onion.
Onions. We got
mushrooms.
This is mainly it's a big vegetable conglomerate, basically. I love this dish. It's great.
Joe's adding mushrooms. He's got eggplant.
Right.
And two kinds of peppers, red bell pepper, yellow bell pepper.
Sparking up good. I just think I lost an eyebrow there for a second. Hang on a second.
Zucchini.
We're going to watch out. Something's going to catch fire here.
And
zucchini.
A bay leaf.
A bay leaf for
Our
flavor.
Seasonings are bay leaf. We've got a little...
Well, we don't have it anymore.
We won't use oregano today.
Right.
A little bit of cumin.
But if you have oregano, you can always use it.
You know what? We're only cumin. It's a joke. So, you know, we keep going.
I'm only cumin. I knocked all over your oregano
Joe.
all over the floor. All right.
You can see we've cubed these up really small. This is a small dice. You can nurse that.
You can also make ratatouille with bigger chunks of vegetables as well, right?
But for this application, we are going to use a small dice because we're going to take one of these grape leaves and we're going to wrap this up for a very elegant presentation. I don't know about the Brits being royal, but this dish is fit for a king.
And it's so colorful too. It's so colorful. But you look at the just the different colors that are in the pan right now going. It's pretty amazing. It's going to go really well with the lamb, I bet.
Absolutely. So we've got just to recap, we've got a bay leaf, we've got cumin, here's some oregano. We're going to put a little bit of oregano.
That's some of the
here.
oregano that didn't fall on the floor, so don't worry about that. We're okay there.
All right. And the last thing, you always want to hold back on your garlic because it can burn. And if it burns, it's bitter. A lot of people make that mistake. So we'll hold back. Now, we've got all this. Can you smell that?
Yeah, I think it smell it down the hall right now. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
In the meantime, while Joe is doing that, these grape leaves you can buy, like I say, in any international market. These are grape leaves that have been brined in vinegar and salt, so they're salty. So what we're going to want to do, we're going to drape these leaves, coat them in olive oil, drape them in here for a beautiful, very elegant presentation.
So you already put a little olive oil on them right now? Or?
We didn't, but we're going to. I cut the stem out of the leaves because that's a hard mouthfeel.
Yeah, you don't want
and
that.
we make a little V like this.
Okay.
And we're going to simply get a ramekin here and coat it with some extra virgin olive oil.
Just with the fingertip.
And we're going to coat our leaves with olive oil because they're pretty salty and brittle at this point, so we want to rehydrate them.
A little bit.
Yes, with oil. And we're going to drape our grape leaves.
So this might be the trickier part of the recipe here for a novice like me, but it doesn't seem too difficult.
Not really.
Right. Okay.
We're just going, this can all be done ahead of time.
Right, okay.
So these are coated in olive oil.
Okay.
You get the idea. And we're making, this is, in Italian, this is called timbale, which is actually a drum shape. And it's a beautiful presentation. We'll show you the plate at the end.
Okay. We're getting close, though, because this lamb looks pretty much ready to go.
The lamb is beautiful. So we have pre-cooked some wild rice pilaf.
That is the wildest rice.
The wildest rice.
No, that's a line from The Honeymooners.
Is it?
Sorry.
Oh, I forgot to tell you something.
Remember that when he cooks and stuff?
I forgot to tell you guys something. All right. We're going to garnish, so we put our little bit of bell pepper on the bottom of this guy. So
then you put the leaf on top?
Yeah, because when we fold it out on the plate, it'll have the garnish on the bottom.
Oh, it'll look great.
Okay, so don't forget that.
Always thinking.
Then we're going to drape this. We're thinking in terms of, at the college, we also stress plate presentation
right.
creativity, as well as methodology and skill set.
This is a great dish if you want to impress people that are coming over for dinner, too.
This is state-of-the-art, Joe.
Yeah.
I have fixed this for many celebs, so I'm a firm believer that you should eat like a king every day.
Absolutely.
And if you take cooking classes, you'll know how to feed yourself. That's wonderful. You'll never go hungry.
That's true.
So this is so beautiful here with the colors. That's why we've chosen all of this. We're going to layer these vegetables into this timbale.
Oh, it smells unbelievable.
Doesn't it? And you're going to want to pack that down tightly.
Okay, so
when they cut through this green layer, they're going to get a beautiful layer of vegetables. See how nice that is?
That's perfect.
I mean, these are everyday vegetables, but we're trying to create something that's a little bit more special in terms of presentation.
Right.
Okay.
But fairly straightforward if you just follow what we're doing right here. And you can also go online for the latest recipes and everything else we have. Chef Chaz, thank you so much for making this beautiful dish of lamb and timbale, right?
Great.
Timbale?
It's a timbale. These go in a water bath, and they go into the oven. The water bath keeps them from drying out, Joe.
Okay.
So we'll put this right into
Keep it hydrated there.
the oven.
All right, while Chef Chaz is doing that, we're going to send it back to you guys, but later on he's going to show us what to do with the leftovers from this beautiful dish. Guys, back to you.
You did a good job.
Tell you this.
Hey, welcome back. We're cooking up our second helpings right now, but Chaz has something interesting we didn't get to show you in the longer segment we did of cooking.
If you can get a shot of that, I just wanted to show you how to unmold this. After it comes out of the oven, loud noise, everybody.
Oh! And of course,
so
hasn't been in the oven that long, but it almost came up there. Look at that.
Anyway, it
That's great.
unmolds like that, a lot better. So that's that.
That's the timbal
Wanted to show
filled
you
with
that neat little
ratatouille.
trick. For our leftover recipe today,
Yes.
Joe, we're going to do a Mediterranean pita bread sandwich with some tzatziki sauce. And
Good thing you said it.
Tzatziki is yogurt, a little bit of sour cream. We've got fresh mint.
And this is a healthier topping
fresh
than
mint.
mayonnaise or something like that,
Oh,
right?
totally. Mediterranean is some of the most healthy food you can possibly eat. We get a little bit of garlic. It gets cucumber.
All right. Want some tomato in there?
No, tomato
Okay.
is going to go into the pita bread sandwich. But we're going to make a spread of this. And in the meantime, this is going to go really, really
Just
quickly.
Fill that pita pocket up there.
We have some shredded lettuce.
Okay.
And let's see, we've got our beautiful leftover lamb, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to put that in there, stuff this pita. Some Roma tomato. You can put red onion in here if you like.
All these dishes today, by the way, have been very colorful. Like everything, the main course and the second helpings. They all look so great. You just want to take a picture of them
even
before
the
you eat it.
royals like colorful. Look at Dodi Fayed. I mean, come on, they don't want to eat British food every day.
That's right.
And
Good point.
this is very, very beautiful food, very healthy.
yeah.
And this is our tzatziki on top. That gives it a nice kind of acidic, flavorful
Amazing.
sandwich.
That looks great. That looks really good. Well, hey, Chef Chaz, thank you so much for
It's always a pleasure.
joining us today. You can find all of his recipes online at wingingit.tv. And right now, we're going to send things back over to Allie to find out what's happening
Royal
in
Wave.
the neighborhood.
Royal Wave.
Royal Wave.